Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Season 1 for Call of Duty Vanguard, as well as the launch of Caldera, the brand new Warzone map. How is Season 1? I'm sure you guys are wondering, how is it going so far? You guys already know the answer, man. It's horrible. What's happening here? Sledgehammer, wake up. Are you guys still on vacation? What is this? So, with Season 1, we got a couple bits of new content, new things were added, right? We knew this stuff was coming. We got the remake of Dome from Modern Warfare 3, which you guys were seeing gameplay of that right here. And we also have another map, which is going to be set in the Pacific. Though, the other maps so far, and obviously these are first impressions, therefore things are very subject to change, the map itself is massive. It feels like a Battlefield map in COD, and you play 6v6 on it, and it is really rough. Definitely not a fan of that map so far. I do like the Dome remake. The Dome remake looks incredible. I don't even want to call it a remake. It's a reimagining, right? It's a reimagining. It's basically the same layout. There's a couple of things, like there's doors and there's destructible cover and things like that, but it's very faithful to Modern Warfare 3 Dome, and in my opinion, it looks incredible. It looks really good. It reminded me why I love reimagined maps in COD, because you take a layout that we all know and love, and then you give it like a new coat of paint, essentially, and it looks really good, and it plays about the same. It feels really good, but unfortunately, that's like literally it when it comes to like positives for Season 1. This game is, I don't even know, guys. Where do I begin? So, we streamed 2 hours of this to get my first impressions of Season 1, see what changed, and play the new content and things like that. In the 2 hours that I streamed, we had 5 crashes between Warzone and Vanguard, which is obscene. With the new season, we have the new maps, of course, and we have the new weapons and the new Battle Pass. That all seems to actually work. The Battle Pass works just fine. You have your stuff on the Battle Pass. That's all good. But the store itself isn't working right now for a lot of people. I don't know this because I don't buy COD points, but the people that do buy COD points, there's mass reporting going on right now that for some people, when you try to buy COD points in the shop, the game takes your money, but doesn't give you your COD points. Like, Activision's like straight up actually stealing these people's money, which is obscene. It's nuts. The new weapons, I mean, not too many people have access to them as of right now, unless you pay to skip ahead in the Battle Pass. You have to wait till Tier 15 and Tier 31 and stuff like that. So it's going to take a little while to actually get the weapons unlocked and get the attachments and level them up and stuff like that. But the new weapons seem fine so far based on what we know. But the maps themselves, like I said, the new map is not very good. And then you have the remake of Dome. And let me show you guys really quickly here how much QA testing went into this map. Yeah. That's all you have to do. Yeah, you just, no fancy glitches, no using the deployable cover, no using tack inserts or anything like that. No, you just run out of the map and you're there. You're good. All you gotta do is just straight run out of bounds and you're outside the map. And you could just go do whatever in there. In fact, we had a game while I was playing. This is like one of my first games on the new Dome remake. And look at the kill feed here. That's a little bit odd, isn't it? Kind of weird. Well, apparently the game will occasionally just spawn you inside walls and then instantly kill you, because it'll spawn you in a death barrier. As you can see, the entire enemy team just spawned in a death barrier and died. And, yeah, so that's a thing that's happening. Again, the Dome reimagining looks really good, but they didn't test this shit at all, man. They didn't test this at all. Speaking of things they didn't test. So as you guys know, like when a new season happens, like Season 1, just like we saw in Modern Warfare 2019, just like we saw in Cold War, they reset our prestige back to level 1 based on whatever prestige we were at, and we can re-level up. There's like 4 prestiges to go through. And then, of course, we also have seasonal prestige challenges, right? I mean, the challenges in the game already don't track properly, but now we have seasonal challenges, except we don't. They're not even here, man. You have to go to Warzone. If you go to Warzone, you can see the seasonal challenges for Season 1. But if you go back to the Vanguard multiplayer, they're not there. You can see all the prestiges that you can go through and see what all the prestiges are going to look like. Right now, there are 21 prestiges. We only have access to 7 of them, I think, total with Season 1. But we can see all the seasonal prestiges right here, which I think actually look pretty good. As it goes on and on, the prestige icon does look a lot better as we go. And that's really cool. It reminds me actually a bit of like Modern Warfare 2 meets Call of Duty World War II. Like Like, it's a really, really cool, like, final prestige icon, in my opinion. But, yeah, the seasonal challenges don't work in multiplayer. The store is stealing people's money without giving COD points. You can literally just run out of the brand new maps. The game is horribly optimized to the point where, like, crashing and stuff like that is still happening. We have 0 patch notes. In fact, if we go over to the Sledgehammer Games Twitter page, apparently there's an update that will be going live on the 9th, and I'll put that on your screen right here. They're going to be reducing recoil on the M1 Grand, reducing ADS time and flinch on the Type 99. 3-line sniper is going to have reduced aim down sight time, which I think it means they're going to make it so quick scopes faster, I suppose. So we have a couple of like weapon balance changes and updates, even the shotguns here. That'll be happening tomorrow on December 9th. But again, Sledgehammer has been basically radio silent on this entire thing. They basically said, hey guys, go have fun with the new maps and the new guns. And it's like, did you guys test any of this? Like, the fact that like this stuff just simply doesn't work is just so perfectly Call of Duty Vanguard. This is what we've been talking about since launch. Like, Raven Software, like all their QA testers at Raven Software, who are the people that are responsible for Warzone, they're all like on strike right now. They're doing a walkout and they're refusing to work until they all get rehired because they're trying to lay off a bunch of them in January. And you look at Caldera. My first game on Caldera, it was completely poorly optimized. It was horrible. My FPS was terrible. I had to like change around a whole bunch of settings to get, make it start properly working. Audio is bugged out on Caldera for a lot of people. Not everybody, but for a lot of people, the audio just randomly cuts in and out randomly, essentially, which is definitely pretty fun. It's quite clear that like QA was not a thing really whatsoever when it came to Caldera and when it came to the Vanguard multiplayer. And right now they fired that QA tester that was trying to find bugs and fix bugs on Twitter. All the QA testers at Raven Software are basically walking out. You have like a senior engineer, I forget her exact title, I'll put it on your screen right here, but you have like one of the higher ups at Sledgehammer Games calling out Activision for firing all their QA testers and stuff like that, essentially saying it's really hard to find good QA testers, and when you have those veteran QA testers that have been around for a long time, those senior testers, that's very important for a studio to make the games better. And I think it's pretty clear when you look at what's happening right now with Call of Duty Vanguard. I mean, this is horrible. This is absolutely abysmal. And I don't want to be the negative guy. You guys know, like, I want nothing more than for the season to work. I want the new maps to be fun and not have a bunch of out-of-the-map glitches. I want the new weapons to be enjoyable. I want to level up to the battle pass. I want to do the 100%er challenges, although 100%er is not even in the game. You can't even get atomic camo right now because they have bugged out attachments. There's still like 5 or 6 weapons that you can't even get gold on because they require you to use attachments that don't even exist. We are over a month into this game's life cycle. We are 33 days into this game's life cycle, and all of this stuff is still happening. Like, how? How is this possible? Call of Duty made $3 billion with a B dollars in 2020, just last year. $3 billion. And this is what we get. This is the product that we have. Meanwhile, Bobby Kotick's still under fire at Activision because everyone wants him fired because the culture apparently at Activision Blizzard is terrible. Lots of sexual assault allegations happening internally within the company to the point where the head of Treyarch had to be fired for sexually harassing a woman on 2 different occasions. What is happening? What the fuck is happening with COD right now? Season 1 has the potential to be good because we still have the 16 base maps at launch. We get 2 new maps with Season 1, and we're going to be getting more than that, I would imagine, with Season 1 Reloaded. The new weapons seem fine. The stuff we see on the Battle Pass is actually pretty cool looking. The Christmas event is coming. There are good things that are going to be happening in this game in the future. Stuff that we already know about. But it comes down to the fact that they're not even fixing the core game, the core problems. Like, the game fundamentally does not work. Combat records don't track things. Challenges don't track things. Challenges aren't even showing up for seasons. You can just run out of the maps. Like, the store is literally stealing money. I think I'm like understating that, but the store is stealing money from people and not giving them their COD points. What the fuck? Like, why is this a thing? How is this still a thing? Sledgehammer Games, get your shit together. Activision Blizzard, get your shit together. Raven Software, get your shit together. This is obscene. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm a COD YouTuber, right? I get that my job is not exactly difficult, right? I completely acknowledge that. It's a pretty sweet gig. It really is. But I know a lot of you guys out there aren't COD YouTubers. You're not live streamers, right? You guys work normal jobs, whatever that may be. I'm going to name some jobs from people that are like my friends. I have like a software programmer as a friend. I have some people that work in lumber mills. They're lumber all day. I have security guards as friends. People like that, like your average guy. Can you imagine getting paid as much as these people do to put out this garbage, to do this? Just be on vacation all the time, release a product, make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on your position at the studio, and put out this garbage. Can you imagine how nice that would be? That's like the one job that'd be better than a COD YouTuber. You get to just make a half-assed COD and then just go on vacation for a year. Is what it sounds like they're doing. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. Like, we paid money for this product. We're over a month in. It doesn't work. Meanwhile, Activision Blizzard made $3 billion just from the Call of Duty franchise last year. I'm not talking like all of Activision Blizzard. I'm not talking Activision Blizzard King. I'm not talking about all the other games, all the Blizzard IPs. I'm talking just the Call of Duty franchise made $3 billion last year. And this is what we have to show for it. It is absolutely abysmal. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a big update. The patch notes that we saw for Sledgehammer Games, or from Sledgehammer Games on Twitter, was not exactly very encouraging. It's mostly weapon balance updates. I will say this. I can't understate this. I suppose I should say this. They did fix some of the out-of-the-map glitches. I tested this out on stream. They fixed the out-of-the-map glitch that was on subpens, and they made it, I believe, I'd have to test it more, but I believe they fixed the elevator glitch that you can do with the deployable cover on some of the older maps. I think they finally fixed those 38 days into the game's life cycle, or 33 days into the game's life cycle. But other than that, this is what we have, man. This is your $70 product. But ladies and gentlemen, I will keep you guys up to date as Season 1 progresses here. These are my first impressions. I'm hoping that when I do a proper review of Season 1, after I put more time into it, that things get sorted out. We can actually talk about the actual game itself and how good the content is, as compared to talking about how the game itself at a fundamental level simply does not work. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.